Hi, and welcome back to Dating Advice After a Divorce. My name is Craig, and thank you for joining me. Today we're going to talk about the importance of daily exercise. Now, I know I've talked about daily exercise in other videos and how important it is, but I just want to dedicate this video to talking just about that and how great it makes you feel. About 9 years ago, I joined a gym, and I was at a point in my life I knew I had to make some changes. My health was bad. I didn't like the way that I felt. I didn't like the way that I looked. I was really down. And I decided to join a local gym. And I think that made all the difference in the world for me. The great thing is I went every day and I had to make it a habit. And I knew that. I had to go every single day. Because if I just went every once in a while, I wouldn't stick to it. I had to make daily exercise a habit. So I went every day at the same time. The nice thing is I started to see the same people there. So I got to get to know some new people. Now, being a guy generally kind of just starts off with, you see another guy there and you're just like, hey, just do a head nod, acknowledge them, what's up? But then you get to a point where you're like, hey man, could you spot me real quick on the bench? And they go over there and they spot you and you're like, thanks a lot. And then they'll ask you sometime, hey, can you spot me real quick? And then after a couple of weeks or whatever, you're like, hey, my name is Craig. How you doing? It's a great way to meet people. And for me, I got in with a good group of guys and we were kind of all around the same level of our fitness journey. So that made it really nice. It wasn't like you're trying to work out with people who've been doing it for years and years and years and you're way down here. The group that I got in with, we were all just kind of like, okay, we're starting over, we want to get into better shape and all that kind of stuff. And it made it great. And I'm still friends with those people to this day. But it was the fact that you knew people were going to be at the gym at a certain time. And that kind of gave you motivation to go there. So that was great. But the fact of going and seeing the results of myself made all the difference in the world. It was fantastic. So I don't think I'd be where I am today if I didn't start going to the gym. Now, I'm telling you to have some form of daily exercise. It doesn't have to be going to the gym. And I'm certainly not saying you got to lose all this weight and get washboard abs and have big muscles in order to get some woman to like you. I'm not saying that at all. It should all start with you being happy with how you feel and how you look and being healthy in general. If you work out, you're going to be healthy. Now, obviously, working out and a good diet, they go hand in hand. You cannot outwork a bad diet. For me, it's easier said than done. That is something that I still struggle with myself, is making poor eating choices. But I do go to the gym and I work out. It is absolutely a part of my life and I love it. I love the way I feel after I leave the gym, the endorphins. And you're just like, yes, I did a good job. I went. There are times where I don't want to go to the gym and I have to convince myself to go, but I'm so glad every single time when I do leave. So it's important that you have some form of daily exercise. I think getting a gym membership is great. If you can set up a room in your house or in the basement, have a little workout area there, or even if you don't even want to start there and just want to go for a walk. Go for a bike ride, whatever it is, and just kind of add to it. You go for a walk and can you add a mile to that walk after 2 weeks? Can you go for a bike ride and go from 5 miles up to 10 miles? Whatever you feel comfortable with. Can you do some sit-ups and push-ups at home? It all depends on where your starting level is. Okay, but it's just doing something. Now, all that being said, I want to make sure that you do it right. If you need to go see a doctor first, there's not going to be a doctor out there that's going to be like against you doing exercise, unless you have a bad injury, of course. But all doctors are going to recommend that you get healthy. But if you need to start there and, have them put you on a good path, that's first thing I want you to do. I don't want you to go to the gym and be like, oh yeah, I got this recommendation from Craig and he said to go start working out and then you hurt your shoulder, you hurt your knee, you hurt your back. I certainly don't want that. Start at the level, start slow, and work your way up. Don't worry about trying to go to the gym and push a lot of weight and try to impress people and stuff like that if that's not where you're at. When I used to work out years ago with a group of guys, we would motivate and push each other to push more and more weight. And it was amazing. And I was lifting more weight than I ever thought I could, especially at that age of my life. And it was neat to experience that. But now at this point that I'm at, I don't care about those types of things. I care about longevity. And that is taking care of my joints and making sure, that I stretch out and that I can move well and, being healthy that way. I don't care about, how much I can bench or squat or anything like that. So my priorities change in that way. But for you, I'm just saying, I hope you're doing some kind of exercise every day. You'll just feel so much better about yourself. So when I do my little Friday wrap-up videos and reach out and see how people are doing, and I say, please do some form of exercise, I don't want you sitting on the couch all weekend and, being sad about maybe the situation that you're in where you're alone and you're not seeing anybody, you're trying to date, but you haven't found the right person, or whatever it may be, depending on where you are in your life. If you can get out and do some exercise, it's going to help you out mentally so much. You're going to feel better about yourself. When you feel better about yourself, your confidence is going to go way up. And that's going to reflect in you and in your personality. And people want to be around somebody that feels good about themselves. So it's so important that you have some form of daily exercise. And no matter where you're starting, if you're starting very low, if you're really out of shape or whatever, you're going to see progress the longer you stick with it. Stick with it. You got to do that. Be on a consistent schedule. Don't do a Monday and then a Friday and then a following Wednesday and maybe Sunday. Don't do anything sporadic like that. Be on a consistent schedule and you'll be amazed at the changes that you see and feel in yourself. So I just wanted to put this out there. The importance that I believe daily exercise will do for you, and it will help you in the dating area that you're in. I know you could be starting in this new phase in your life, and if you feel good about yourself, it's going to definitely help when you're out there in the dating world. So there you go. I hope you found this helpful. Please be sure to like and subscribe and share this with anybody that you believe could benefit from this information. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon.